In the gentle hush of a Memphis morning on January 29, 2026, the education and business communities lost one of their most admired and quietly powerful leaders when Shirley Raines, the former president of the University of Memphis and a lifelong advocate for higher education access, passed away at the age of 82. She died peacefully at her home, surrounded by family, after a private battle with illness that she faced with the same dignity and grace she brought to every room she entered. There was no crash, no sudden public tragedy, just the soft closing of a chapter for a woman whose life had been one long, unwavering commitment to lifting others up. As tributes began flowing in from university leaders, former students, and colleagues who remembered her warmth, her wisdom, and her tireless belief in second chances, let's take a moment to honor Shirley Raines. Not just as a president or an educator, but as a daughter, a wife, a mother, and a friend whose quiet strength shaped thousands of lives. Shirley Raines was born on October 22, 1943, in rural Tennessee, the daughter of a farmer and a schoolteacher, two people who taught her early that hard work and learning were the surest paths out of hardship. Growing up in a modest home where books were prized and education was sacred, Shirley absorbed a deep respect for knowledge and an even deeper sense of responsibility to share it. She attended Memphis State University, now the University of Memphis, earning her bachelor's degree in elementary education, then a master's, and eventually a doctorate in curriculum and instruction. Those degrees were more than credentials. They were promises she made to herself and to the students she would one day serve. She began her career as a classroom teacher, then moved into administration, rising steadily through roles at the University of Alabama and the University of Memphis, where she became Dean of the College of Education before being named president in 2001. Her 14-year tenure as president of the University of Memphis was transformative. When she took office, the university was respected but regionally focused. When she retired in 2015, it had become a Carnegie-classified research institution with dramatically increased enrollment, expanded facilities, stronger academic programs, and a renewed commitment to serving first-generation and underserved students. She championed diversity, launched initiatives to improve graduation rates, and worked tirelessly to make higher education accessible to the working class and minority communities she came from. Colleagues remember her walking campus, stopping to talk with students by name, asking about their families, their dreams, their struggles, always listening more than speaking. She never forgot what it felt like to be the first in her family to attend college, and she made sure thousands of others never felt alone in that journey. In her personal life, Shirley found deep love and partnership. She married her husband John Raines, a respected educator and administrator, and together they built a life centered on family, service, and quiet joy. John was her constant companion, supporting her through long nights of work, celebrating every milestone, and sharing the simple pleasures of home. They raised two children, a son and a daughter, who grew up watching their mother lead with compassion and their father stand beside her with unwavering pride. Shirley was a devoted grandmother, delighting in family gatherings, holiday traditions, and the everyday moments that meant more to her than any title or honor. Even at the peak of her career, she made time for Sunday dinners, school events, and the small rituals that kept her connected to the people she loved most. Her family was her refuge, her joy, and her greatest legacy. Shirley's lifestyle remained remarkably modest and grounded despite the stature of her role. She and John lived in Memphis, in a comfortable but unpretentious home filled with books, family photos, and the warmth of shared memories. She enjoyed simple pleasures, gardening, reading, attending university events as a proud emerita, and spending time with her children and grandchildren. She never sought the spotlight beyond what her position required. Her focus was always on the work, on the students, on making a difference one life at a time. Her net worth, built through decades of academic leadership, consulting, and wise financial choices, was comfortable but never ostentatious. Enough to support her family and give back to causes she believed in, particularly education access and community development. The news of Shirley's passing at 82 has left a deep void. Colleagues remember her as a mentor who led with kindness and clarity. Students recall her as someone who believed in them when others didn't, and the city of Memphis mourns a champion of opportunity and inclusion. She lived a life of purpose, quiet, steady, and profoundly impactful, and her absence is felt in every classroom, every graduation, every dream that still takes flight because of the door she helped open. As we say goodbye to Shirley Raines, a wife, mother, grandmother, educator, leader, and friend whose heart was as big as her vision, we're reminded to lead with compassion, to lift others as we climb, and to never forget that true greatness is measured in lives changed rather than titles earned. Thank you, Shirley, for the wisdom you shared, the students you believed in, and the example you set. Rest in peace. If this tribute to Shirley Raines' life of service, family, and quiet strength touched your heart or reminded you of an educator who made a difference in your own life, please like the video and subscribe for more heartfelt stories honoring those who shaped education, communities, and the lives around them. Your support keeps these memories alive. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next one.